Hello, good people of the internet. My name is Hexa. Welcome back to my channel, and let's dive straight into the topic of today's video. So recently, I've kind of been embarking on a journey of renewed efforts going into my social media. I've been hearing from a lot of creators, smaller creators, micro-influencers about the power of social media and how they're actually making, a livable full-time wage from social media with a surprisingly low number of followers, which got me really excited and really just turned me on to the possibilities. So I'm currently trying to start posting more and growing my social media more. So for the next 30 days, I'm going to do a challenge of posting on my Instagram account every single day for 30 days. Technically, the challenge started yesterday on a Monday. Today, my follower count is 781. I think yesterday it was probably around 778 or so. I will be posting a mix of static posts, carousels, and reels. I'm not going to be focusing specifically on one specific type of content. I do also want to do a 30 days reels challenge though, so if that's something you want to see, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. But I just figured that starting with 30 posts of, a mix of different kinds of content would be a little bit easier to start with, since reels do take a bit more time and planning. Something else that has been on my mind a lot recently is that I've realized that my niche and my vibe, my aesthetic isn't really clear. Like, my feed looks kind of messy, and when you land on my profile, you can't necessarily really easily tell what I'm all about. So that's definitely something that I'm trying to fix. I think there's a few ways that you can go with this. Obviously, one of the choices that you could make is to just focus specifically on one very, very particular niche. So, for example, you only post about skincare products, or you only post makeup looks, or you only post your fashion or your style, or you only post, lifestyle content or inspirational quotes or whatever. I don't really want to lock myself into one very specific niche because I have a lot of passions and interests, and I like to keep my social media a little bit more diverse. But there are kind of four categories of content, or four niches or content buckets that I want to fit into, and those are skincare, makeup, fashion, and kind of lifestyle, and just general, maybe kind of inspirational wellness content. So that might be things like a mini vlog, or a tips video, advice video, a quote, or just things like that. So what I'm going to try to do is just to keep those four content types a little bit balanced, and try not to post a lot of one thing and very little of another thing, so that no matter what people are coming to my page for, they'll get, at least one post a week that fits into the category that they followed me for. There are, of course, other ways of making your feed more cohesive. For example, color is a really big one. So for example, there's some creators that only post things in neutral colors, or very, very desaturated colors. That's not really my vibe, because I love colors and lots of bright, bold colors. Another thing I've seen people do is, they'll do 9 to 12 posts of, one dominant color, and then they'll switch to another dominant color. So, they'll have 9 to 12 posts where every photo has something pink in it, or something green in it, or something blue in it. And that's kind of the first color that jumps out at you. Or, you can apply the same filter to all of your photos, or just have a similar vibe to all of your photos. Make it kind of like a mood board. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Hopefully I'm going to get more clarity over the next 30 days, but the main challenge is just to post every single day for 30 days. I'm not going to be scheduling the posts, but I am going to try to post usually between 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. because that's when my audience is the most active. So yeah, again, we're starting with 781 followers today, which is day 2, and let's see how it goes. So I am halfway through my 30-day Instagram posting challenge. I've been doing well so far. I've posted every single day. I haven't missed a day. I am getting a little worried because now I went through a lot of the content that I had batched when we went to the beach, and now I'm kind of running out of batched content, so I have to hopefully batch some content or just shoot some new content to make sure that I stay on track for the remainder of the challenge and I don't miss any posts. But I do have posts lined up for the next several days, so it's not a concern yet. Let's talk results. So far in the last 15 days, I have overall gained 55 followers. There's been 82 new followers and 27 unfollows, so that levels out to 55 follower growth in total, which is kind of along the lines of what I was expecting. I was expecting I would probably gain 50 to 100 followers in the 30 days of daily posting, and I'm on track to reach just around 100, hopefully, which is good. I'm okay with the fact that I've gotten some unfollows because, you know, it's better for people to unfollow you than to have inactive followers on your account. I've also deleted some followers myself just because I noticed that I had been followed by, like, you know, spam accounts or bots or people who like didn't have any posts up on their profile, or people who seemed like they just weren't part of my target audience. So as soon as I noticed those, I just delete them. You can actually go to their profile and like basically make them unfollow you. It's just better for your engagement rate to have fewer followers, but have them actually be people who interact with your content. Let's have a look at some of the other stats. I've reached a total of 4,523 accounts, which is up 35% from the last 2-week period, and I've also reached 61% more accounts engaged. I've done 9 photo posts or carousels and 6 reels. My reels reach is still really bad. It's still hovering around maximum like 200 to 300, which is kind of a bummer. And out of the ones that are seeing it, there just doesn't seem to be a lot of engagement from my reels right now. I actually feel like engagement wise, my photo posts are doing better. As far as photos go, there has been a mix of posts featuring my face or like clothes that I'm wearing and stuff like that, and posts of product shots. I really love doing product shots. It's like product photography is really fun for me. I love to get creative with it. I love all the colors and just like textures and ways to make products stand out, but unfortunately they just don't seem to be performing very well compared to the posts that have my face in them, which kind of makes sense just because people tend to respond better to people. It's more personal, but I do want to continue making product shots and product posts just because that's the direction I want to go in, and you kind of have to make that content to find that audience. So I'm just hoping that over time, more people who like product shots and like skincare products and care about that kind of content will find my account through those posts, and you know, those posts will start getting a little bit more engagement and a little bit more love. I have also been repurposing some of my content for TikTok, and I feel like TikTok is doing comparatively well compared to Reels right now. It's not getting huge numbers, you know, like it's getting usually between like 250 to like 700 or so. I haven't had a lot of videos hit 1,000 views on TikTok, but they're getting quite good engagement and some comments, and I don't know, I just feel like the views on TikTok are more reliable. Like I can better count on actually getting a number of views that I'm happy with consistently, and more importantly, actually getting likes and comments and engagement on those posts. Whereas on Reels, it's just like, even if I do get 200 views, same as on TikTok, those 200 viewers don't like the post or they don't comment on the post, and it's just kind of a bummer. But yeah, that was the halfway point update. I hope it wasn't too long, and let's keep going for the rest of the challenge, and I really hope that I get some good results. I am pretty happy with the amount of follower growth. I hope that I get to hit 100 new followers in this 30-day challenge. If I keep up this pace, then I will hit 1,000 followers pretty soon, which a lot of brand opportunities can open up once you've hit 1,000 followers. I could join Octoly. Oh, also on TikTok, I'm getting like near 700 followers right now, I think. So I could join the Creator Fund over there, but this is more focused on Instagram. I don't know. I'm just excited about hitting 1,000 followers, but I know that engagement is still a really, really big problem with my account. That's definitely something that needs to change.
I don't know how to make it change. I feel like the platform kind of sucks for creators right now, but I'm I don't know. I'm just gonna keep focusing on trying to make the best content that I can make. That's all I can do. I'm trying not to stress or obsess over it too much because at the end of the day, the algorithm is out of my hands. But I am focusing on just trying to use trending sounds, trying to make things snappy, and just making pretty content. And hopefully, eventually, the algorithm smiles down on me and decides to start giving me more reach and people start actually engaging with what they're seeing. Because I feel like right now it's probably just not reaching the right audience yet. Okay, bye. Wish me luck for the rest of the challenge. Okay, so I'm back with the result of my 30-day posting challenge on Instagram. I posted 30 times between the 25th of July to the 23rd of August. Perhaps the most important metric, at least to me, and what I was really hoping to accomplish with this challenge was the follower growth. I overall gained 70 followers in total. That was 151 new follows and 81 unfollows. Again, as I mentioned previously, people unfollowing you is not a bad thing. It just means that people who are not your target audience and are unlikely to interact with your content in the first place are making the conscious choice to leave your community, and that is totally okay. Better to have fewer really engaged and loyal followers than just, a bunch of bots and spam accounts and people who are just like ghost followers and don't really care about what you're doing. In total, I posted 17 photo posts and 13 reels. I had more accounts engaged, 13.1% more accounts engaged, but I did have a 62, almost 63% lower number of accounts reach. I think is probably down to some algorithm changes that happened around that time, or like in the weeks leading up to when I started this challenge. I didn't gain 100 followers as I was expecting to at my halfway point. I had gained already 55 new followers at the halfway point, but by the end of it, I only gained 70 followers in total. So I guess probably those first 2 weeks, something about my content was drawing more people in than it did in the last 2 weeks. But I'm not disappointed in the progress I made. I think the numbers, especially the follower growth, was still in line with kind of what I was expecting. Am I disappointed in the algorithm changes that made my Reels reach drop like an anchor? Yes, absolutely. Am I disappointed in the low engagement rate? Yes, absolutely. Am I disappointed in my content not reaching the right people? Yes, absolutely. But I just gotta keep going. Rome wasn't built in a day. I think the most important thing is whether or not I'm proud of the content that I'm making, and there I can also answer yes, absolutely. I'm proud of the content that I've been making. I think my quality is getting better and better. I think it's getting easier and easier for me to come up with content ideas, which is always really helpful as a content creator. I do think it's important to cater to the algorithm and learn how to work with it. However, on the other hand, the most important thing is to stay true to yourself and make the content that you enjoy making and that feels authentic to you. If Instagram came out tomorrow and said that making prank videos was the only way to grow on Instagram anymore, I would just go find another platform, because that is not something that I would ever feel comfortable or happy making on my social media. So let's talk about some of what I've learned from doing 30 posts in 30 days. Number one, posting every day is actually not as hard as I thought it would be. Once you get into the groove a little bit, and especially once you learn to batch and plan your content, it really becomes kind of instinctive and a lot easier to make sure that you have content to churn out every single day. I actually feel like it's probably a little bit easier to be consistent when you're posting every single day than when you're doing, 3 times a week or something, because I think that when you do something every day, it kind of becomes habit, and it incorporates itself into your routine in a way that, your day just feels like something's missing if you haven't done that thing. Whereas if you're not posting every single day, it can almost be a little bit easier to forget about it. That being said, my current goal is not necessarily to stick to a daily posting schedule. I think 3 to 4 times a week on Instagram and on TikTok is more than enough for me. Something else that I achieved with this challenge, and just overall with the renewed work that I've been putting in over the last few months, is that I managed to prove to myself that actually it is possible to make a stagnant account start growing again. I think I was stuck
stuck at around like 700 or just under 700 followers for literally like a year or two. Like that, my numbers were stuck. Like I was not gaining any new followers for a really, really long time. But once I made the decision to start making more quality content, getting a little bit clearer on my niche and posting more consistently, I actually managed to start moving the needle forward again. And now I'm sitting at around 850 followers or so, which I'm really happy with. I mean, 150 followers gained over the last couple of months of work is definitely decent. I think it's a good amount of progress. Would I like to be growing faster? Of course, but I'm okay with a slow and steady reliable growth. And I think if I put the work in, I could be on track to reach 1,000 followers by the end of the year for sure. October is another month that I'm planning to be a pretty big content month for me, so I'm very, very excited about that. But I think that was everything I had to share for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you found it helpful and learned something from this video. If you've been stagnant on Instagram for a really long time and you're maybe feeling a little bit unmotivated with your content and not really knowing what to do, I think doing a 30-day challenge like this might not be such a bad idea. Alongside that, I also think it's important to get clear on who your target audience is and what kind of content you really want to be known for. Leave me your comments and questions down below. Let me know if you want me to do any more social media challenges like this. If you have any questions about social media that I may not have answered in this video, I'd love to hear your thoughts and answer any questions in potential future videos. Thanks again for watching. Follow me on Instagram because that's what this video is about, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.